Okay,
Yes,
with
yes.
the so उसमें you were able to do the mapping, उसमें जो learning outcomes वगैरह थे वो आपने कर दिए थे. It was
हाँ हाँ
interdisciplinary.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. Yes,
हाँ,
yes.
lovely. Because box बनाने में so much of mathematics is also there, measurements,
Yes.
calculation,
Yes.
artwork वगैरह. Yes, that's lovely.
Look,
Okay.
look how.
And who else is there? I can see. How are you, Sunil sir?
Hello, madam. Good afternoon. Very fine.
Fine. How are things there? Okay.
Very well. I have conducted the activity for the chapter Heat of 8th standard, Heat chapter. And
Acha.
starter activity was done. They were asked to rub their hands.
Okay.
When they rub their hands with each other, with their self, then reflection that what happens, how it happens. And it went on very well that they could recognize heat is generated by rubbing and what is friction. So three concepts I could correlate with each other.
Yeah. I think sometimes some small activities say be lot of discussion can happen.
Yeah, they give so many answers. They give so many answers.
Yes, exactly. Actually, क्या होता है एक we just need to have some sort of a prompt for them. So anything that small thing that children do, it starts a conversation. That is so nice.
And
mine,
I don't know if the video goes on and the audio goes like you're singing.
Yes. The net, if the net is not good, then, yeah. I'm very well. I'm in London.
After so many years.
Yeah.
Is it?
I'm in London. Yes. Yeah. So I'll be going to Paris after a couple of days and then staying there and then coming back next month. So I came here for my graduation, my doctorate in education. Uska graduation ceremony nahi hua tha.
Okay.
So I came and that's what I finished last
and how
evening.
Is Pascal?
Pascal is here. Pascal, come. He's एक minute. He's just here. There he is.
Hi, Sir Pascal. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you.
You can't see me, sir. Sorry.
No, but we can hear
how can I? Yeah, but how can I forget, madam? This one, Modi madam, Komal ma'am, Komal ma'am's flask. I will never forget. That was unforgettable journey with our flask. I did all that by God.
All that.
I really miss you. I saw you after so many days. How are you, madam?
गुप्ता जी गुप्त क्यों है? गुप्ता जी
हाँ, सब लोग
गुप्त क्यों है? दिख नहीं रहे?
सुनील जी सर गुप्ता जी नहीं है, बहुत सारे लोग गुप्त हैं, दिखते नहीं हैं. I hope they're all there.
सर कैसे आप? सुनील सर कैसे हो आप?
सुनील सर आपका म्यूट पे है इसीलिए.
हेलो, गुप्ता जी गुप्त है, दिखते नहीं है.
अभी आप बोलो ना कैसे हो? मैं गुप्त मूवी कर रही हूँ गुप्त.
चलिए.
By the way, Anju ma'am, you are like shining.
So I thought I'll wear some bright colors so that मैं खुद थोड़ी bright feel करूँ. नहीं तो सुबह उठ के यहाँ पर थोड़ा I was feeling, एक कप चाय पी के बैठ गई. It's यहाँ we are 4.5 hours behind ना. हाँ, अभी सुबह है.
Yeah.
So today
you must see the weather in Agartala now. It's very horrible now. Horrible than when you were there. When you were there, the heat, and now, oh my God, for the past few days. Yesterday, from day before yesterday, a little bit of drizzling is going on. So rain also happened. So and now it's a little
part of the climate change जो हो रहा है. यूरोप में बारिश नहीं हो रही है, so it's very they're having drought situation. There's no water available. हाँ, यहाँ पर बरसात जो बहुत होती थी नहीं हो रही है. And in India, I mean,
में बहुत बरसात होती थी मैडम, बहुत बरसात होती थी, लेकिन पता नहीं इस बार इतनी गर्मी थी, बाप रे, I'm even mad, humid, my God, humidity.
No, I think it is part of this climate change.
Yeah.
I अच्छा, किसका ऑन है कुछ? We are hearing some disturbance. All right. So what we will do now is that today's session, Komal, Farha, maybe you want to just explain what we are going to do. Idea हमारे 2-3 ideas थे. एक तो ऐसे informally आज हम लोग meet कर लें. जो काम आप लोग सब करने जा रहे हैं ना, it's a very, very important work. So let me first set you the context. Why this training is important and why the change is important. So ये जो NEP में reforms आए हैं for experiential learning and also pedagogical change in the classroom. ये change though it's necessary for any country, not just for India, but world over, they are facing a crisis in education where children are not happy. They are not finding their paths. They don't know what to do. Education boring हो गया है, relevant नहीं रहा है. So just to give you an idea, I was in France, I came to London, I'm meeting educators in both the countries, people who are in schools, people who are in universities, colleges, administration, सब एक ही चीज बोल रहे हैं कि जो education में crisis है, children are not happy, we need to change. And when I tell them कि India में बहुत सारे changes आ रहे हैं, they cannot believe it because India is such a large country. छोटी countries में changes लाना उनके लिए मुश्किल है, they're not able to do it. But is it possible in a large country or not? That's a big question. Now, of course, we all know कि 100% change तो नहीं कर सकते हैं. But even if we bring in 5%, 10% changes in our practices in schools, it will change drastically for the children. So you all who are mentors for this program, and I think we will continue even after the program is over in some other ways with the ministry, और आप लोगों के साथ काम करते रहेंगे. EMRS schools में अगर बदलाव आता है, and if we can bring in some of these changes, I think it will become a landmark in the history of education. And I'm not saying this just कि आपको अच्छा लगे या कुछ. Genuinely, I believe कि ये बदलाव, the world is watching this country actually to see can we make that change. And now we have the framework to make the change. There is a very big question about 10th standard and 12th standard कि हम लोग छोटी classes में हम लोग change करेंगे, but ultimately higher classes में क्या होगा? And let me tell you, there will be very big reforms in the higher classes also. वो आने वाला है. So what we are doing is through with these trainings, we are sensitizing, we are creating awareness. हम लोग change थोड़ा थोड़ा करके ला रहे हैं. Now you all know the already also giving trainings. I think the best suited people are you to know how to bring about changes, in what measure we should do it. That is something that you people will be able to bring through. तो आज जो हम लोग activities कुछ थोड़ी बहुत करेंगे, and after that you will be able to do the same activities with your mentees also. So my suggestion is that कि आप लोग वही का वही कर सकते हैं, and that way the mentees also get reinforcement. Now since we are doing online, obviously physical training और online में आपने खुद देखा कि बहुत फर्क होता है. Online is so much more difficult, and we know also not only children, adults, we are caught up in so many things. तो जब ऑनलाइन क्लास होती है हम ऑफ करके कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. We can be roaming around, we can be doing, we can be in the kitchen, we may be doing 5 other things, and that is a big issue with online. But still ऑनलाइन एक ऐसी चीज है, माध्यम है जिससे हम लोग we can have a greater outreach, at least to sensitize, to connect with people. तो उतना भी काफी है. So I think जो हमने activities आज के लिए भी plan की और next week के लिए भी plan की हैं, they are easy to do, and they will encourage participants to think, to analyze. I think analytical capacity भी बहुत जरूरी है. You know, also self-reflection on our own classroom practice. You know, small things, small changes we do and we share. जैसे कि सुनील सर ने बोला कि कैसे उन्होंने एक छोटे सा starter करके कैसे बच्चे engage हो गए. This kind of sharing also gives us ideas कि चलो I can also do this. It doesn't cost anything and it doesn't even take that much of time. So today we are going to start off with a starter with a photograph, and we're going to kind of do something which is going to reinforce our understanding of experiential learning and activities and structure of it. Let me also tell you one thing कि सिर्फ activity के जब हम बात करते हैं, unconnected, disconnected activities also will not go very far. They're good to do. Activity, not doing activity is worse. So doing an activity is already better. But better than that is a coherence. मतलब कि जितनी भी मैं activities plan करती हूँ, हर activity is leading to another activity. It is a stepping stone for the next activity. So we're talking about coherence, not disconnected. कि अभी कुछ किया, उसके बाद टेक्स्ट बुक खोल के चलो पढ़ के ये डेफिनेशन लिखो, लेकिन वो एक्टिविटी और इस चीज में कुछ लिंक था. That is the most important thing. And if that can happen, then already I think we are on a very good footing. So Komal, can we share the first picture, the photograph? So हमने सोचा कि बहुत टाइम हम लोग वेस्ट ना करें और अपने आज से थोड़ा बहुत let us start off. So this is the first picture we are showing you. And what we are going to do is we're going to analyze a picture. So when we analyze a photo, and this is something जो आप लोग भी अपने teachers के साथ कर सकते हैं in the training, to take any photograph of your own class practice. कोई भी class practice में से आप लेके उसको shoot करके आप दे सकते हैं. अब ये photograph में आप लोगों को क्या दिख रहा है? What all do you have to notice? You have to notice the way children are sitting. What does that mean? उसका मतलब क्या बनता है? उनमें interaction क्या हो रहा है? किस type की activity हो रही है ये? Is it individual activity? Is it collaborative? What kind of subject do you think this is linked with? ये सब just to comment on that. So I'll throw open the forum and it would be nice कि आप लोग थोड़ा इसको देख के थोड़े अपने comments दीजिए कि आपको क्या लगता है? What is the nature of the space being used? किस तरह से बच्चे बैठे हुए हैं और उसका that is the first important thing.
Children are sitting most relaxed and
Yes.
at their own pace they are doing the activity and they're fully engrossed and they are very comfortable doing that.
Right,
It's a
Sunil sir.
group work, teamwork. Teamwork is more encouraged. And the most important thing, madam, like we are always accustomed to benches and table. I mean, it's a very concrete thing. Over here, the children are allowed to spread out. They can spread themselves up, and the more they can, use the space, I think their activity will increase. Also, the creativity also will come more. So here the students are allowed to spread out and they can use their ideas wherever they needed. And,
Right.
they have that comfortability, which in
Yes,
our
absolutely.
classes still we have not started. We couldn't start.
So this is a good point. Both Sunil sir and Tina ma'am आपने बताया. Why do you think it is important to sit in a different way? आप लोगों दोनों ने बहुत important point की कि children are relaxed. How important is that? That's my first question.
Because they are in informal mode. Informal mode
Yes.
in the sense they are relaxed in the sense they can do as they like. Most of the time we keep them in a structured way that is called as formal way. So if they are in a structured way or in a formal way, they cannot express their skill or art or their expression in a suitable way.
Right, absolutely. So being relaxed is very important, and the body position. So when we are in an uncomfortable position, we are always sitting only on benches and chair. That is not always a natural position also for us, and especially for children. So though that might be important, classroom में उनको bench पे बैठ के chair table पे बैठ के काम करना पड़ता है, but कई बारी बच्चों को जमीन के ऊपर बैठ के भी बहुत अच्छा लगता है. And it brings in a very different connect. You're connected to the earth. So जमीन के साथ जो connect है, and to spread out like Tina ma'am was saying, that is your whole creativity also expands because your body is expanding. Now you're letting the energy flow, you're letting the thoughts flow. I'm no longer blocked by the position of my body and by the position where the energy is blocked. Now I can relax and I'm in that flow. आप देख सकते हैं कि बच्चों को एक्टिविटी ज्यादा जरूरी हो गई है अब, and they are totally involved. So that involvement is definitely there. You also आपने उसमें भी लिखा है chat box में group activity है. So definitely collaborative है. They are all doing different things on that same thing. Activity आप कुछ guess कर सकते हैं कि क्या है ये? किस चीज के साथ? What subjects do you see might be involved, integrated in this?
It must be a parts of body. Biology part integration is also there.
Yeah.
And collaborative work, teamwork.
Yes. Absolutely. So there is the different. So this is a grade 4 class. So छोटी class है ये, grade 4 या grade 5 की है. And of course, lot of things related to the body, body parts, identification, artwork. इसमें से हो सकते हैं. इसमें से हम लोग organs में भी जा सकते हैं. You know, that is something that can be done. But yeah, a lot of subjects can be integrated while we are doing different kind of activity. This is a body silhouette activity. Okay, I think that's good enough. So the photograph itself. जब आप लोग एविडेंस क्रिएट करेंगे, नाउ वी आर लुकिंग एट हाउ टू क्रिएट एविडेंस एंड डॉक्यूमेंट. जो ज्यादातर फोटोग्राफ्स आती हैं डॉक्यूमेंटेशन की या जो एक्टिविटीज की होती हैं, दे आर नॉट टेलिंग अ स्टोरी, यू नो. आई थिंक वी आर सपोज टू गिव अ कैप्शन. कोमल, yeah, so just put back the photo. Sorry, I forgot that. I just remembered. अगर हमको एक इसके लिए एक कैप्शन देना हो, हाँ, just like a title, what kind of a title can we give? So I want you all to just think for a few seconds कि मैं इसको क्या कैप्शन दे सकती हूँ इस फोटो का. That's a very good exercise also. Photograph and caption. Whatever comes to your mind is fine.
Me and my body parts.
Me and my body parts, right? Me and myself, me and my body parts. That can be having fun. Yes, absolutely. Enjoying. So this is also a caption, human body parts. Yes. So me and my body parts. I think that's nice because I'm involved. So Neil sir is saying me and my body parts. I think that's so important because इसमें student का involvement दिख रहा है कि मेरे body parts क्या हैं, not just a human body. I think this is a very fundamental thing in education. Yeah, you can stop it, Komal. It's fine now. What you see, जब हम लोग स्कूल में थे, मैं भी CBSE स्टूडेंट रह चुकी हूँ, दिल्ली में पढ़ी हूँ. एंड आई रिमेम्बर कि जब हम लोग रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम का चैप्टर होता था, हम लोग साइंस का टेक्स्ट बुक खोलते हैं एंड यू सी द डायग्राम ऑफ अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. कुछ डायग्राम होता है, लेकिन वो जो डायग्राम है, इट इज नथिंग टू डू विद माय बॉडी. It has no connection. It is something that is there inside an external textbook. वो भी काफी खराब तरीके से drawings होती हैं ज्यादातर, which don't reflect reality. It is neither artistic nor creative, and even scientific way, it is not really in depth. मतलब it's a very simplified diagram, which is very neutral, which is very supposedly objective, but which is not also, but it is not connected. इसमें कोई human element है ही नहीं. So for children to be connected with their own bodies is, I think, the most important thing in education. Anything that we are doing, मेरी life के साथ, मेरे जीवन के साथ उसका क्या relevance है. If I'm learning about climate change मैं यूरोप में पढ़ रही हूँ, but that is not connected with my context. So school का context क्या है, अगरतला में क्यों इतनी ज्यादा गर्मी हो रही है, क्यों humidity है, can we do a research on that, can we understand, then that becomes relevant to the children. How do I respond to this? That becomes relevant. So I think this point is important. The fact that जो भी हम लोग स्कूल में कर रहे हैं, it should be useful to the children, it should be meaningful and related to the child's context. Okay, we can go on now. What are we doing next?
We can put them in breakout rooms and we can analyze this image with the questions we'll put in the chat.
Okay, so there are other images, ना? हाँ, तो अभी हम आपको breakout room में डालेंगे, and there are a couple of other photographs with some questions. So we just want कि आप लोग थोड़ा सा discuss करें. And remember, breakout room is a very important interaction time. जब तक टीचर्स एंड आप जैसे एजुकेटर्स साथ में आके डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे, आपके खुद के आइडियाज क्लैरिफाई नहीं होंगे. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट you people discuss amongst yourself very freely. So that is why these exercises, and when you're with your mentees, उनको भी encourage करना बहुत जरूरी है. One thing we have noticed EMRS teachers के साथ कि हम लोग ने physical training किया, and I was confident, मुझे पता था physical training में सब खुलेंगे, but breakout room में भी खुलना बहुत जरूरी है. Yes, so the questions are put by Farha in the chat box, and we can go into you can create the breakout rooms, Komal, and we can put up with the photographs and do this. Perfect. It is.
So the photo remains the same. We are going to use the same photo and reflect on these questions in breakout rooms.
So you can take the picture.
You can take a screen, you can take a picture. I will flash it again. You can take a picture of the photo.
8 minutes.
Okay.
Opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better to put. I thought we are going to put the other pictures because उसमें slide में दूसरी दो photographs है ना, या something.
We are using those to ask them to sequence them.
Nee,
Pedagogy.
that is a collage. That is a collage that you've done for sequencing, right?
Yeah. Okay, so
मेरी
we are
मेरी
opening.
slides में, हाँ, मेरी slides में और भी थे ना दूसरी दो वाली दो photographs. हाँ, so just put that in, and if you can show that, share it in the.
We'll put it on WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay, and tell them to discuss on those photographs.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think we've already discussed on this. It'll become repetitive.
Yeah. I have it somewhere.
You had it.
Yeah, I don't know where. No, I have to download it. Which one?
This.
Oh, thanks. Come on.
Go down. I'll tell you which one. Up.
This
No,
one.
No.
This one?
Yeah.
Is it just us? The three of us in this?
You can ask. Yeah, you can just screen.
No, Changara.
Could be good.
Did you find it? Should I share my screen?
No, I'll show you. I can share my screen. I have it on.
Okay.
Right here. This one. Yes?
Yes. Any of these will do. Yeah.
We'll take
But
both.
gold. Yeah, ये भी है और एक और भी है, you know. So yeah, this is good enough. You can show that one.
This one?
Yeah, ये दोनों बता सकते हैं. नहीं, पहली वाली बता दो. I
Yeah.
think that one is better.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that is really going outside and all that, no? So
Yeah.
Just send it on.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you. I'm sending it to you.
कोमल मेरी जरूरत है, मैं के जाऊं?
हाँ.
जा सकते हैं अभी तो जी।
ओके चल, थैंक यू, लिविंग।
Yeah. Okay.
can we share the pictures inside the breakout room?
Yes, we can. I'm trying.
Yeah, so just
And I've
Yeah.
sent it on
Yeah.
also.
Okay, were you able to share?
Sorry. I went to one group,
Yeah.
I spread it on the mentors group, and we've told them that you can access it from there, even the questions.
And
So they all
were
had it on their phones.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were able to, so they responded that we found it.
Okay, so should we do that in a couple of minutes के बाद वापस आ जाएं कि?
And then we should have each one of them share, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know, then the other activities. After this is the full collage. इसके बाद
Yes.
Yeah.
sequencing का? ठीक है.
We have the full collage after that, then we show the teaser, and then we ask them to bring evidence in the next
Session.
session.
Yeah. So what I think would be important to do is also that other slide of yours, जो what is the difference between an activity and a project वाला भी बता देना.
Just open it. Share the screen. Not this.
Done?
HPC wala.
So पहले what we'll do is first we will do is that जो हमने अभी फोटो तुमने डाली पहले वो स्क्रीन वो शेयर कर देना, and after that we will look the other one just to know the difference between an activity and a project.
Oh.
No, wait. Okay,
Which
wait, I'll just share screen
the
with the
screen
three of
so
us.
she can see.
Yeah. Can you pause recording? If we have to send it to. Show the picture. Yeah.
So yes, perfect. Okay, so welcome back everybody. I think अभी थोड़े participants और बाकी हैं, they have not joined back. Yeah, they're joining back.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
Sorry. So I think everybody's joined back now. So in these photographs, what we were asking you to do, कि आप लोग हमने 3-4 questions डाले थे, which I'm going to read out to you again. First of all, जो आपको photos दिख रही हैं, are the children engaged and active? आपको क्या लगता है कि engagement level कैसा है? Okay, that is an important.
They are fully engaged and active, involved.
Yes. So we can see that कि बच्चे सारे चाहे वो group में हैं, left hand picture shows you of them being in group, and the right hand picture is in an individual one, but the engagement level is high. Second thing is what kind of subject competencies, किन तरह के subjects इसमें आपको दिख रहे हैं? What kind of especially in the left hand picture? What connection?
Language, that is their communication skill, they are using the communication competency.
Yes.
Then imagination, they are imagining, and also there is a correlation among them. There is a collaboration and cooperation among them.
Yeah.
Maths, there may be counting something there.
Yes.
So there can be mathematics also.
Yeah.
And geography, as there is some tree and all, or some kind
Yes.
of thing is there, there can be geography.
Right.
And they are in the nature. They are in a nature,
Yes.
not in a
Right.
closed atmosphere.
Yes. So they're outside in the nature, and this photograph is actually from our own school campus. तो हमारा campus छोटा है, but they're outside, and जो हमारे ही पेड़ हैं campus में, उनमें जाके they are doing bark shading, मतलब वो लोग pencil से shading कर रहे हैं. So the other question is, what elements do you see of experiential learning? आपको लगता है कि इसमें experience क्या है? How is this justified as a experiential learning?
The work, the paper, the tree, the creativity, all these come up
involvement.
into experiential.
Yeah. So experiential learning is इंटरैक्शन ऑफ सेल्फ विद द एनवायरमेंट, ठीक है, उसका जो बेसिक डेफिनेशन हम कह सकते हैं, इंटरैक्शन होना बहुत जरूरी है। एंड एनवायरमेंट मीन्स एवरीथिंग, चाहे वो लोग हों, पीपल, ऑब्जेक्ट्स, नेचुरल एनवायरमेंट, ह्यूमन एनवायरमेंट, जो कॉन्टेक्स्ट है, चिल्ड्रन आर इन्वॉल्व इन द रियल कॉन्टेक्स्ट विद रियल लाइफ and they're learning from real life. That is very important, and they're using the different senses. So yahan par you can see that experiential learning will also bring in the use of different senses. So yahan par jo tactile sense hai, using their hands and feeling and touch, sense of touch is being used. और ये जो सेंस है हम लोग अनफॉर्चुनेटली एजुकेशन में ज्यादा यूज नहीं होता है. वी आर जस्ट टॉकिंग, children are observing, listening, writing, but the ability to feel and touch. तो यहाँ पर जिस तरह से पेपर पेड़ के ऊपर रख के शेडिंग कर रहे हैं, then they can do an activity where all the shading will be compared, they can guess कि कौन से पेड़ की ये शेडिंग है. तो इस तरह से सिंपल एक्टिविटी से you can do geography, science, language, communication, you can describe it. So बहुत सारी competencies can be integrated, and mathematical sense also. It can be related to counting or heights or measurement, etc. So, and of course, the art activity coming out and then expressing something. So there are two processes. One thing I want to share with the group कि यहाँ पर ये जो दो फोटोज मैंने सिलेक्ट क्यों की थी, लेफ्ट हैंड पिक्चर में आप देख रहे हैं the child is taking in from outside to inside. That means I'm observing, I'm exploring, I'm inquiring. This process in education is when things I'm assimilating, taking from outside to inside. In the right hand photograph, the child is expressing through art or imagination something. This process is going from inside to outside. So I hope that is, I think, ये जो balance है, outside to inside, inside to outside, through creativity, imagination, ये दोनों चीजें बहुत जरूरी हैं. और मुझे लगता है ज्यादातर एजुकेशन में ये स्कोप हम लोग, we don't use this fully. All the time encouraging children to inquire, explore their environment, etc. And then involving them to express. This is like breathing in and in exhaling, breathing out. So inhale and exhale, outside to inside, inside to outside. These two processes are fundamental to our human existence. Right. So now we'll go to the next photograph. Slide, Farha, वो जो, yeah, if you can make it. हाँ, इसमें कुछ photos छोटी लग रही हैं, but it's just to give you an idea. You can see the child is involved in many things. The child is, this was done during the COVID time. So, you know, ये सारी activities घर में की थी बच्चों ने. So this is a photograph from that time. And the child is doing the cafeteria, मतलब कुछ खाना बना रहे हैं, ठीक है? They're making some simple fruits or making some cake or biscuits or whatever it can be. So child is involved in purchasing, child is involved in washing, cutting, etc. Now this collage has been made to give us an understanding of what is the difference between an activity and a project. So I want you to just share, what do you think? Can you make out the difference between activity and project?
Yeah, activity is a short term, project is a long term,
Right.
and activity is a part of project.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you, Sunil sir. Yes. Radhika ji, you were saying.
In this project, she is doing different activities.
Yes.
By buying the fruits, cleaning it, making the hygiene, means considering the hygiene of means everything, and
Right.
then cutting it, making its dish from that.
Yes.
So all these things are involved, and all these activities are involved in this. So it is a project.
You're right. Absolutely. Any other comments with दूसरे participants? Any other comments you would like to add?
Project is result oriented, and activity is just act.
Yeah. Okay. But activity can also have some small result.
Yeah, small result.
Hmm.
Yes, it can have.
Yes, so activity can also have a result as much, but project will have a larger outcome. Matlab, it may be
Yeah,
something more comprehensive or something consistent. Like we said, I think during the training also, activities are short term, they're immediate, and result oriented. What you're saying, sir, definitely it would be a very quick result. Project would be over a period of time, and there are goals and there's a planning involved. You know, you'll have to plan कि भी मुझे कल ये करना पड़ेगा, or later on I will do this or I will do this. So children are involved in the planning. So definitely under a project you will have lots of activities, but an activity may not be a project for sure. And both are important. So this is not to say कि एक चीज we can do a lot of activities in the school, but we must have some projects which are interdisciplinary. And the moment it's a project, there is a purpose, there's a goal, there's a direction. So it gives an energy to it because it's something that they're doing in the future. Okay, that's good. We can go to now the next activity. I think this is clear for hopefully for a lot of participants. So Komal and Farha, the next one, yeah. So are they going to do this in breakout rooms?
No, they will do it here. So if we could do it together.
Okay, so we'll have to give them, I think everybody should take a little bit of time before we, है ना? So, would you like to explain, Farah and Komal, one of you?
Yes. So we've shared a series of images here. They're not labeled. उनके number हमने जो दिए हैं वो 1 2 3 है, पर वो ये sequence में नहीं है. आपको identify करना है कि क्या sequence हो सकता है. Prior notion क्या है? Starter activity कौन सी है, आपको मेन एक्टिविटी आइडेंटिफाई करनी है, रिफ्लेक्शन, और आपको हमको बताना है कि पहले कौन सा जाएगा, which image, हाँ, pedagogically कौन सी image पहले.
Yeah. So I think just 2-3 minutes आप photographs को आपने teaser भी देखा हुआ है. So now just have a look at some of these photographs and just think about पहले कौन सी चीज आती है, which photo will be earlier and which photo will be in the middle and which photographs will be towards the end, and what are these photographs reflecting, what activities are they showing. So just take 2-3 minutes, just 2 minutes everybody, and then we can share.
This must
Number 4 will be
familiar, this is
first.
from
Number
the-
4 will be the first.
Number
4 is the starter.
Yes, starter activity.
But
Number
in-
4.
starter activity.
Number 7 must be second.
Okay. And what is it reflecting?
Testing something
Huh.
without seeing.
So prior notion, because before we ask the students to make something, they're tasting it.
Yes. Then number
Number
must be third. Yes.
Huh, she's right. Radhika
Number
ma'am,
5.
हाँ.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Number third में is the क्या बोल रहे हो आप? Main activity.
6.
6.
6 must be third. Yes. Is it right, ma'am?
Yes. Research you said? I can't hear you. Sorry.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I can
research.
Gajanan sir ने भी
Research.
लिखा हुआ है, उन्होंने अपने वो दिया हुआ है कि 3 4 7 5 6 1 2.
Okay, so 3 is where they're actually discussing the costing.
Yes.
So that will be part of the main activity, right? When in the middle of the process.
Gajanan sir. 4 starter hai, that's right.
Number 6 is number 2, right?
Sorry?
Am I correct?
6 is number 2.
6 is research.
It will be number
Number
3,
6 is
because
2.
उसके पहले हम prior notion और starter main activity के पहले आता है.
Research.
So let us look at all the photographs now.
Number
जो
4 is
सबसे
number
पहली
1.
फोटोग्राफ बच्चे कुछ ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो दे एक्सप्रेसिंग समथिंग. सेकंड नंबर जो है फोटोग्राफ का, उसमें रिफ्लेक्शन लिखा हुआ है, व्हाट, हाउ एंड व्हाई. हाँ, ठीक है. फिर थर्ड में टीचर इज डूइंग कॉस्टिंग ऑफ द डिश. फोर्थ में दे आर माइमिंग, मतलब वो लोग माइम कर रहे हैं कि आपका फेवरेट डिश क्या है. फिफ्थ में वो कुछ डांस और परफॉर्मेंस, कुछ अट्रैक्टिव एक्टिविटी करके सबको इनवाइट कर रहे हैं कि आइए
They are selling. They are
हमारा
selling
खाना खाइए.
in the cafe.
हाँ हाँ, कैफे का जब वो चालू होता है कैफेटेरिया का, उनको बुला रहे हैं. दे आर मार्केटिंग. और जो सिक्स्थ है, दे आर लुकिंग इनटू द बुक्स, टेक्स्ट बुक्स, रिसर्च मटेरियल, रिसोर्सेज एटसेट्रा. और सेवेंथ में कुछ टेस्ट कर रहे हैं. इसमें तो चिली बच्चा चिली खा रहा है. आई डोंट नो हाउ दैट हैपेंड, और आई होप के बच्चे को बहुत ज्यादा मिर्ची भी नहीं लगी. बट एनीवे, दैट फोटोग्राफ इज अबाउट टेस्टिंग समथिंग blindfolded. So now that you know the meaning of the pictures, चाहे आपने teaser ना भी देखा हो, it is of course related to making a food item. So what can we say about the photographs? सबसे पहले कौन सा होगा? अगर हमको स्टार्टर हम लोग करते हैं, we have said कि हर चीज में स्टार्टर होना चाहिए, तो स्टार्टर में कौन सा होगा?
Number 4 is number 1.
Yeah, number 4. So सबसे पहले आएगा number 4. ठीक है? ओके, सो सबसे पहले हो गया नंबर 4. उसके बाद, सो दैट इज अ स्टार्टर, एनर्जाइजर है स्टार्टर. उसके बाद
Number 6, number 2.
नंबर 6.
Do you think research करने से पहले वो experience करेंगे कुछ, explore करेंगे before they actually start research?
Number 7.
Number 7 is second.
Yes.
Okay, so 7 डाल देते हैं, because they are actually exploring the tastes and everything, right?
Yeah.
Of the food. ठीक है, तो इनका नंबर 7 डाल दिया. So अभी वो तो पहले experience, अगर remember one thing, first comes experience, then comes the theory. Theory शुरुआत में दे ही नहीं सकते experiential learning में, क्योंकि फिर बच्चे का experience का मतलब ही नहीं होगा. तो जो theory है, it is constructed on the experience of the child. तो इसलिए सबसे पहले starter हो गया, बच्चे माइम कर रहे हैं, बच्चे टेस्ट कर रहे हैं. इसके बाद दे गेसिंग द फूड. तो इसमें बच्चे का कोई रॉन्ग क्वेश्चन है तो वो भी क्लियर हो जाएगा. हाँ जी, इसके बाद
नंबर 5.
5.
No.
Number 6 is number 3.
Yeah, research.
Yes,
Research.
1 कहाँ जाएगा फिर? नंबर 1. अच्छा,
One
नंबर बाद में
After 6.
6. ओके, तो 6 हो गया, राइट. तो पहले आया 4, 7, 6. ठीक है, उसके बाद
Number 1.
मैं सोच रही हूँ नंबर 1 इज व्हाट? इट इज
Number 1.
Discussions.
हाँ, पोस्टर्स है ना वो तो.
Posters है,
Number-
marketing मैम.
Poster.
Yes, पोस्टर तो लास्ट में रहेंगे ना, वो रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे वो.
हाँ, बट उससे
सबसे
पहले
लास्ट में वो
start में
रिप्रेजेंट
करना
करेंगे
पड़ेगा
ना,
ना.
जो भी
जब
वर्क.
कॉस्टिंग
उन्होंने रिसर्च किया, हाँ रिसर्च कर लिया, ठीक है, कि डिशेस में क्या होता है, इंग्रेडिएंट्स क्या होते हैं, हेल्थ बेनिफिट क्या है. तो उसके बाद जो भी डिश बनाएंगे वो, उसका कॉस्टिंग वगैरह तो निकालेंगे ना बिफोर दे डू मार्केटिंग.
हाँ, ऑन पेपर वो निकालेंगे बराबर.
हाँ, तो फिर आएगा, विच नंबर विल कम फॉर दैट? 3 एग्जैक्टली. सो अभी टीचर का इनपुट आ गया, बच्चों ने रिसर्च कर लिया. नाउ द टीचर इज ऑल्सो कंसोलिडेटिंग देयर नॉलेज, चाहे जो भी थियोरी है, and also applying some of the concepts. जैसे children are not only learning new things, we have to reinforce also their learning. चाहे उनको कैलकुलेशन आता हो, बट यहाँ पर रियल लाइफ एप्लीकेशन आ जाएगा कैलकुलेशन का. प्रोपोर्शन, वॉल्यूम, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस, जो भी है, जो भी स्टेप्स हैं. सो दैट नाउ दे आर प्लानिंग, दे आर कैलकुलेटिंग. ये नंबर 3 हो गया. उसके बाद आएगा नंबर 1, बिकॉज लाइक यू सेड, वो लोग मार्केटिंग में जा रहे हैं, राइट? वो दे आर प्रिपेयरिंग पोस्टर्स एंड इन्फॉर्मिंग अदर पब्लिक के खाना क्या बनेगा, व्हाट आर दे, प्लीज कम टू वेलकम टू आवर कैफे. सो
एडवर्टाइजिंग.
या, सो पहले देन 3 आएगा,
एंड देन 1, 3 के बाद
5. Number 5. After that, number.
yes.
yeah, and end में Yes, end में आएगा. Number 5 is at the end, which is the presentation or the final conclusion or of the project. पूरा खाना वाना बना के
That is last is number 2.
Yeah.
Last is number?
Two.
Yes, exactly. And after 5 comes number 2, exactly. Now
And
is
I'm
the
standing in number 2.
And you are there in number 2, yes. Right. So that would be the reflection activity. What did we do? How did we do it? Why did we do it? That is very important because this is where cognitive concepts are clarified, children recall, and they understand what they've learned. Because learning till it does not surface at a metacognitive level, we have not really learned. So this process is important where children are involved in reflecting on what they have done. What does it mean? What they have learned? Okay, I think that was a good small exercise, and I hope you found that useful. आपको ये exercise useful लगी? Because this is so आपकी mentees के साथ you can do similar thing. You can take the same collage, you can make your own collage out of screenshots. अपनी खुद evidence के साथ भी कर सकते हैं. तो जैसे कि अलग अलग टीचर्स कोई भी फोटोग्राफ्स डालते हैं, वी कैन ऑल्सो गेस कि भी ये मेन एक्टिविटी का है, ये रिफ्लेक्शन का है. तो जो स्टेप्स हैं वो 3 स्टेप्स में इजी हो जाता है. एक स्टार्टर होना चाहिए, एक मेन एक्टिविटी होना चाहिए, एक रिफ्लेक्शन होना चाहिए. 1 2 3 वेरी सिंपल. मेन में आप कुछ भी करवा रहे हो, यू मे बी डूइंग रिसर्च, यू मे बी डूइंग एक्सप्रेशन. सो क्लासरूम की जो मेरी जो क्लासरूम पेडागोजी है, जो मेरा क्लास लेसन प्लान है, lesson plan will have 3 activities, always doing one small starter energizer, then the main activity, and then the reflection. So जैसे सुनील सर ने कहा, वो जो हाथ से रब किया, heat generate हुई, it's a good starter. It may not be the main activity. Main activity में कुछ और किया होगा या discussions भी ले लिए हैं. That's a follow up on that. So these are the steps we can think about. Okay. So I think we've done these collage thing, and now we can go to the next thing.
So we can now see the teaser, which we've already shared with you all, to actually see and verify the steps, because there we have actually labeled it. The steps are there with the picture. I mean, it's
only thing is, Komal, मुझे लगता नहीं teaser ठीक तरह से चलेगा internet पे. I don't know. You've sent the link to everybody, na?
Yes.
हाँ, तो I think better कि सब लोग अपने आप. Do you want to play it? I'm not sure ठीक चलेगा. Try it.
We can play once and see if it works.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, we'll stop it because we don't want to waste everybody's time. But in the session after that, so. Okay, so I think photograph, yeah, it was lovely. I think though thoda ruk ke chal raha tha, but still it is lovely to always see the happy faces, smiling faces, really very, very rewarding. So, okay, any comments on the teaser? आप सबने teaser तो देख ही लिया है.
I want to say something. I want to
but
really thank you all, especially all of you, but a special thank to the people who are behind the cameras. I tell you,
yes,
that was a very dangerous day that day. You also have, you could feel the heat and the humidity, right? And I still remember when I started, I used to look at Kanak sir and Ajay sir and Chaitali ma'am. Yes, they three, my God, God bless them in abundance. Kanak sir just went on saying, "We are fine. That is not hot. It's not hot. It's not hot, ma'am. It's hot. It's okay. It's okay. We can do it." Meaning this kind of energy you hardly get. I mean, I was like, I really got energy from those people. The Ravinda ma'am, they were also there. Meenu ma'am was there. They were also facing a lot of problems.
yeah,
But
yeah.
those three people, God bless them. I have really learned from them how to, how to cope up with the surrounding, how to struggle. They are so smooth,
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
that. So
So
before you,
Tina,
yeah,
Tina
you
ma'am,
call
I
me
want to
Tina only.
share.
No need to call me
Okay,
ma'am. Please call me
okay,
Tina only. I'm very comfortable
okay.
in that.
Okay, so Tina, actually, the good interesting part is कि जो तीनों तीन people who are behind the camera, Konark, Ajay, and Chaitali, are all three students of MGS, alumni of MGS. All three.
Yes, you said.
You know,
You
and
said
that was
they all are
it
the
is not
alumni.
it is not कि हमने जानकर decide किया, it just happened because they are used to these things, you know. And the thing is कि अगर हमको pedagogical film बनानी है, then somebody who has studied like that will understand the importance of this kind of filming, because otherwise filming, if I take close-up shots, those shots will not be useful for teaching as a teaching resource for teachers. And the idea of this film is for EMRS schools and teachers to have something that they can identify as their own context and use it as a teaching resource. So this is of course the teaser. The full film, which when it is finally ready after being edited, will be then used as a resource with activities. Also, जो हमारा teacher training हमने की है, उसका भी film बनेगा, which we are going to share with you all. So it will be a lot of interesting things that you will see once the editing is done. But I think Konark is in the midst of it all. Yes, so you could see.
Because but ma'am, one thing, because they are the alumni of the school, so they knew from which shot, from which angle, what has to be done again. When I was doing that how, what, and why, there was a point when Sir Ajay was lying down on the floor because the shot was taken and Sir Ajay had to just hide himself. That's it. In front of the students, he was just lying down. That's it. I mean, they we learn from different people every time we are learning. I can't forget them because I got so much. I at one point I used to get drenched. Correct, I got drenched. But then they used to. It's okay, ma'am. We can do it. We can do it. Yes, ma'am. This is something really cherishing. That's it.
Thank you. I think that's the thing in real life every day. That's how they learn to adapt with the environment. I think, Tina, you put such a important point about all of this. See, even in CBSE schools, we see AC, air-conditioned classrooms. We see a certain kind of life. Children are protected. But real life is not like that. When we go out in real life is not ordered and structured in a particular way. Real life is spontaneous. It has issues. It has challenges. And every time I have to adapt to a situation. But in school environments, we are protecting them and not allowing them to interact with the reality. And if they are not given those opportunities, then they will not develop what we call life skills. Life skills can be developed when you are immersed in real life. If you cut off children from real life, put them into ivory towers, into bubbles, into artificial situations which are not real, they will not develop real life skills. So I think this is a experiential learning will encourage children. It will create opportunities for children to be immersed in real life. And that is very, very fundamental for human existence, for our future, for future of us as human beings. So yes, that's a very good conversation, happening here. Okay, I think we can now wind up. Farha and Komal, I think we've done most of the things we had planned to do. Nearly
Yes.
all.
Yes, we just wanted to know if you all have implemented the lesson plans that we had created. If yes, then we'd like you to bring collect evidence. In today's webinar, we've seen that what evidence looks like, taking pictures, maybe with writing a few lines. So we'd like you to bring it in the next webinar for us to view together. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, that's it.
Yeah. So for the next webinar, which will be after a week or something, we'll of course give you, the idea is that you are mentors not only for this program. I want you to think about yourself being mentors in the future after this program ends, and as we continue to do things for EMRS schools and teachers. So don't think ये एक online program है, हमने किया है तो बस इसके बाद तो मेरा काम खत्म. The reason is that there's potential in you, and you can position yourself as trainers. The demand is going to be immense when NEP is going to be implemented across all schools, across the states in the country, across all classes. You are going to have a very big demand and a need for teacher trainers. So we are anticipating that, and we are looking at you all as mentors who are going to reach out and bring that change, make that change possible in our classrooms. So with that in mind, whatever we are doing today and collaborating, sharing, creating, this will be very, very useful for the future, implementations next year and the year after that. So that's why these activities are done. Now, if you don't implement in your own classroom and don't create the evidence of that, then you will not be in a position to train others. So the first thing comes from your own practice, and there is no good or bad or whatever. There is no judgment. It is just getting into the swimming pool. Swimming pool में अगर हमको swimming सीखना है, so we have some point we have to put your feet in the water. You cannot remain outside and do. So my suggestion is that आप लोग सब ये करिए कि क्लासरूम्स में जाके जो भी आपने लेसन प्लान किया था इन द त्रिपुरा training, then just please just do that. Implement that particular lesson plan in your classes and click pictures. So simple, and those photographs then will become evidence. So take it of the different steps, prior notion, main activity, reflection, कोई research कर रहे हैं, कुछ creativity है, all those different, just so make a collage of that and write 3-4 lines describing that. And if you can create 1 or 2 slides with that as evidence for the next webinar, it will be very useful. If you cannot do all the steps because of time constraints, it's okay. अगर आपने 1 या 2 activity भी की हैं तो भी चलेगा. If you can do all the steps, great. If not, please just do any 1 or 2 at least, so that we can see the photograph and the caption. We'll share, and then that will become also a resource. You will know how to train the others also. So that is the idea. So is that clear to everybody?
Yes. So I'd like to add that because you will also need to handhold the mentees while they're making their lesson plans, because we've seen that only 20% of them have actually submitted it on the TISX platform. Hence, we postponed our webinar dates now. So I request all of you, so when you do it for yourself, it'll be easier, when you're in it, you're actually conducting it, you'll realize how it's doable. And then you can actually help them in a better way. So
I wanted to ask also, related to this, कि आप लोग, you all have been participants in the online course, and of course online courses have their challenges. आप लोगों को क्या-क्या challenge लगा? Because वही challenges शायद हमारे इस batch के teachers को लग रहा होगा. So can you name some of the challenges you feel, whether it is not understanding something, या connection issues, या क्या है?
Hello, ma'am. I have a group of 10 mentees.
Yeah.
I have tried to call them. 25% they are not reachable. Those who are reachable, they are saying, sir, we have इतना सारा काम है, ये है, वो है, range नहीं है, coverage नहीं है. And some of them say हमने एक भी training attend नहीं किया, webinar attend नहीं किया है. So hardly 3 of them, they are doing it. The first and second assessment is going on. The rest of the 7, they are telling all these things. I already given number of Gayatri ma'am, then Anita Merman, this one. But few of them, they are not interested mostly. They are saying, okay, we'll see, we will see and all. Means telling these mentors, telling this online, that makes no effect, I suppose.
Ma'am, I'm also facing the same kind of problem. I created a group of my mentees. I have called them, they don't take the call. And then I have sent them messages. Nobody, they check the messages, right? But they don't react, they don't retaliate, they don't say anything. I have always said in a very requesting mode, like, please do it and all that. I have to second Sir Anil because they are not interested, what I found. I don't know why they are not interested, why they think that it cannot be something else.
Exactly, ma'am. Exactly. We are communicating with them often out. But they are not, they are not interested.
I can show you the screenshots of messages I have sent. Only one of them has. One of them has retaliated one line. That's it. And when I don't know what is happening.
I got zero response. I got zero response for messages, and on the call also no interest at all. No interest. They are not interested. They are not taking serious.
Exactly, exactly. मैम ये हमारे साथ तो ये हुआ मैं कॉल किया बोल रहा है हम तो प्रिंसिपल है हम लोगों को चाहिए कि नहीं
क्या बोले हम लोग प्रिंसिपल हैं
हम लोगों को ट्रेनिंग करना है कि नहीं तो मैंने बोला हमारा तो त्रिपुरा से तो बहुत सारे प्रिंसिपल ने किया है सर ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है सर आप पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए आपसे भी आपका स्टाफ का भी इंटरेस्ट आ जाएगा मींस उन लोगों का कोई इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं होता है हम लोग जितने भी बोले हर रोज मींस वो मैसेज बॉक्स पे मैसेज देते रहते प्लीज डू इट दे डू दिस थिंग दैट थिंग इफ एनी प्रॉब्लम contact with us but they are not responding
okay
that is the issue
it is not like they don't see the messages
in my group ma'am
see the messages madam they are checking the messages correct in WhatsApp you can know who is checking a message and who isn't they all check the messages but they are not reacting they are not retaliating
okay so that's an important
in my
important
group madam
Radhika ma'am Radhika ji
yes in my group two principals are there one is very active and one is trying to do the units also okay and one problem is there madam in my school my mentees are in my school itself okay most four to five mentees are there in my which are in my school so every day is about the activity and next day again we discuss about the other activity the activity just today okay and they have one question that can they prepare one plan together all the teachers together they can plan one activity so I suggested them that all the teachers all subject teachers different subject teachers are there in so they can plan one activity together so they are trying to do it but we discuss all means 1 hour every day about the activity but finalization is not done there just now.
Yeah, so at least that's a start. At least if they're planning together, you know, I think it becomes easier for them because to be alone sometimes मुझे लगता है कि शायद अकेले होके being alone might be also you know people are not feeling motivated and they don't understand why we are doing this. Maybe these are all different reasons. But yeah, you have the advantage that they're all together in the same school so they can do things together. Yes, I think that's a good idea and they can implement together also collaboratively and see how that works.
So madam can they upload
I think
yes my one question is there can they upload the same plan all the 4 to 5 teachers are there from my school and they can plan one activity and can they upload the same plan in T6?
Well, if they worked together I mean I think that should be okay though I think for the platform it would be easier if they all did different things but at this stage Chalina, we can accept that I mean at least if they're actually doing it together it would make sense you know if then they should really do a good interdisciplinary thing you know like let us say if there are 3 teachers each teacher's input is separate so if I'm really bringing in knowledge about literature or English or whatever, and the other teacher is doing something different, then it justifies कि एक ही बनाए, because उस plan के अंदर there are different inputs from different teachers. It should not be that one teacher has made the plan and 3 others are uploading the same thing. I think that's, you get the point,
Yes,
ना?
yes,
कि
yes.
एक ही teacher ने बनाया एक plan और
नहीं
हाँ, so
उनका
it's
क्या
there's
कहना
not,
है मैडम कि
know,
हम सब साथ में बैठ के करते हैं
sure,
तो
sure. Yeah.
तो प्लान तो एक ही
Yeah.
रहेगा ना मैडम सबका.
हाँ, प्लान एक रहेगा, लेकिन उसके अंदर जो कंपोनेंट्स हैं उसमें अलग अलग टीचर्स के कंपोनेंट्स आ सकते हैं, and they can even put into brackets that this part is my submission, so वो identify कर ले and go as individual assessment जब होगा उसमें that can be taken into consideration that this teacher has done this part herself or himself, so that can work. But definitely tell them कि जो lesson plan बनाया है उसमें brackets में डालें this is my input, this is उसका input और ये उसका input है, वो जो 3-4 नाम है brackets में आ जाए, वो अलग अलग components. Yeah.
Okay, I will guide
Okay.
them.
Yeah. राजेश जी आप कुछ कह रहे थे?
I think, ma'am, there is one suggestion. These mentee teachers are getting less time. So in hurry, they are uploading their assignments and so on. So I think a sufficient time is to be given to mentees. So when we were doing this course, we had enough time at that time.
Okay. Fine.
So what is happening now? We had now cultural fest also, and we also have a sport meet also. So all the teachers are engaged in these activities nowadays.
I think that's an important feedback also. Sure, we'll put that in also as a suggestion. So Farha, if you could, or Komal, if you could write down in the summary, and we send it to them to say that they should be given more time also to complete. I think that makes sense. Okay.
So what they are doing in a hurry, ma'am, that means
yeah.
So it will not
Yeah, I understand. They have so many other engagements also. School ka bhi kaam hota. That I understand. We all are in school, so we all know the pressures can be so much. ठीक है,
so
we can ask.
My mentee teachers are mostly from Gujarat, and they are doing, but some of the teachers they need some extra time. So they are reading that content and they are seeing the videos. So it requires some time.
Right. Okay. So we'll put that as a request to just extend the time from their end, from the platform, because TIS has a platform, so they have to close the platform. So that's why I think they're always in a hurry to also meet up, with the certain dates, etc. But we can always put a request to them.
Also,
Thank you.
I think we have already extended the unit 2 ka deadline for 1 more week, by 1 more week. And also I think that if we keep too much of a gap also, what happens is then you lose
We will the mentee.
Sorry. Yeah, so it's easier when you are like doing it all together, but of course we gave 1 more week. It's not, but giving more than that, it sometimes may just be dragging, and then the person may just get disinterested, so
this was also raised during last जब आप सब course कर रहे थे कि भी sometimes बहुत ज़्यादा gap हो जाता है ना, there's a crucial point, उसके बाद सब भूल भाल के सब everybody gets involved in something else. तो अभी क्या थोड़ा pressure रहता है ना, तो थोड़ा deadline होती है, they have to meet, so they have to take out time to complete it. So एक वो भी थोड़ा momentum होता है. So I think so we will still keep that into consideration. अगर एक week का already extension हो गया है, so maybe we can try to finish within that. We will see. और अगर उनको कुछ individual problems आती हैं due to some other issues, we can have a look at that. अगर उनको time का इतना problem आ रही है, but definitely we'll keep that in mind, Rajesh ji. Sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Anybody else would like to share, or should we now then just close the session?
One thing is that, ma'am, I have got the mentees from the Himachal Pradesh. And Himachal Pradesh, their final examination will start from the December month due to the snowfall, because the winter season is very steep there. So there the mentee were requested to me. Some mentees were not able to attend the webinar. They were requesting to me for the audio video clip of this last webinar to them They wanted to see again and again and try to complete the unit second. Rest of the teachers as remain the unit second. How they will get this video, audio, or
Sir,
webinar?
Rajanan sir, I think the recordings have been already shared on WhatsApp group. The first webinar has been shared. I think second would be shared anytime now because we just completed it. So because it gets edited. So first is already on our WhatsApp, state WhatsApp group. It's there.
Okay, ma'am. They wanted to see the second
The second will
webinar.
come, I think, now, anytime.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all right. Then I think we can close the session for today. Remember to click photographs of the implementation that you're doing in your schools yourself as practitioners. I'm not talking about other mentees. I'm saying, first of all, you yourselves as practitioners. So that would really help. And believe me, it's not easy. I know that it's very difficult to motivate teachers. They don't know kiska interest kya hai, why are we being asked to do this. So maybe that is going to be part of our job to tell them that there is a change coming. Agar aap badlav mein abhi se nahi bhag lenge, you will become outdated tomorrow. So if you want to become relevant and remain relevant, you have to be part of this exercise. But fine, we will work on that also. So thank you all for joining in today. And it was good to connect and to share and to be again together. And we will meet next week.
And a happy Teachers Day, ma'am.
Thank you,
Oh,
ma'am.
yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. We have
Nice,
got the
very interactive session. Thank you
Yeah.
on behalf of all mentors present over here. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
We have got the motivation from the Tina ma'am also. Ma'am made the very nice
Yes.
video.
Thank you,
Oh,
thank
nice. Oh, nice. I think this is a lovely group. So it's really lovely to be all together and get motivated by each other. And
Yes.
Happy Teachers Day in advance.
Happy Teachers Day. You people are all the great,
Happy
change
Teachers Day,
makers.
madam.
May our fraternity always increase and be strong and, continue with good wishes to everybody.
Especially
Thank you,
Happy
thank
Teachers Day to all our mentors.
Thank you,
Who have
madam.
come all
Thanks
the way
for a
from
nice
Gujarat to
session,
Tripura.
ma'am.
Thank you to all. Thank you. And God bless everybody with good health and peace and prosperity. Everybody. All the
Thank you,
best.
ma'am.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.